everybody? Welcome back to Everyday's Friday Podcast 365 with me, your host, Maddie B43. And today we got a super incredible guest joining us today, and they're doing really remarkable things in their field. Please welcome LadyTee.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for joining us today on the show. For our listeners that may not be familiar with your line of work yet, could you give us a little bit of insight in what you do and how you do it?
Okay, I am Toya Pinkney. I also go by LadyTee. I am the owner operator of Hair Creations LLC. I am a beauty professional, pro hairstylist, content, and digital creator.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I know you're a beautician, correct?
I am.
How many years have you been doing that for now?
Since 2006.
Can we lean into some questions about that? Because I know my listeners would love to hear some of that.
Go for it.
What made you first interested in beauty and hair?
I've always kind of been into beauty and hair. Just as a little girl, it's always been a hobby of mine. My aunt had 2 salons, so I watched her. But when I tell my real story, it started out very traumatic, how I started my actual career. I started out as a salon assistant or shampoo assistant, and I really loved it because I would always go in between jobs, and I would, do temp work and things like that. And so one of my very close friends, she would tell me to come to the salon and help her, and I would do it, and I would find so much joy in doing that. In 2006, she was murdered, and about 2 months after she passed away, I started what would become my business with $100, a box of clips, a mirror, a pack of combs, and a jar of gel. And here we are. 18 years later, I've been a 6-figure stylist. I've traveled. I've worked with celebrities. I've worked with politicians. I've worked with media personalities. My work has been seen all over the globe, domestically and internationally. My work has been seen in New York Fashion Week and magazines like Vogue, Essence, V Magazine, and things like that. So it had its challenges, but I've met some amazing people from all over the world, and I wouldn't change a thing about my career.
What's your favorite part about all that?
The creative part, just being able to create. And I will also have to add, having clients who come in who don't really know what they want, but then they leave out feeling so much better than they came in. I think that that's the most rewarding part of my job. Being able to help my clients solve a problem that's so small to me, but it's very big to them. Helping them to find the solution.
Now, how did you get so big with your clients?
You know what? I did a lot of manifesting, and I just started to put myself in the environments that I wanted to be in. And I noticed that every time I would challenge myself to be in certain environments, an opportunity would open for me. Every time it would be like, I don't necessarily feel comfortable in this space. And sometimes I felt like I didn't deserve to be in those spaces. But every time I challenged and pushed myself to go into these rooms, I always came out with some type of opportunity or something came towards me.
How does good hair help you feel good?
You know what? Funny you asked that because I have had some of the most interesting clients while I was having my own rough times. Those clients were able to help me. So I thought that I was helping them, but they were actually helping me. So there's been times where, things were happening in my life that, made me feel like I was spiraling out of control, and a client would come in with, something that was happening with their hair, or, life would be happening. And I would find myself pouring into them, but in fact, I was helping myself come out of my own situation. So it has helped me in so many ways.
A lot of people out there say the smartest person in town is the barber or the beautician.
I mean, we tend to know what's going on.
Very good communicators.
We gotta be. We have to be.
Yeah, how often do you try new hairstyles, and what's your favorite hairstyle?
So I don't think I have a favorite hairstyle. For me, I do a lot of editorial work. I kind of stay in the lane of textured hair and very avant-garde type of styles. So a lot of my range is in that space. So very wild and edgy and things like that. But if I had to just keep it on a very simple level, just very sleek, clean looks for my men, nice gentleman haircuts, very similar to cut like yours, a nice fade or a nice silky blowout or silk press for, the everyday person.
Yeah, for the everyday person, I mean, how do they keep their hair healthy?
By coming to me, getting it treated, doing the haircuts, coming on their monthly regimens.
Yeah, what's the best way to take care of your hair when you're traveling?
You know what? Traveling can be a little difficult, but I always give my clients a range. So as long as they're getting their cuts, pretty frequently, I already know if my clients are going to be traveling for 2 and 3 months at a time, they'll come to me before and then they'll come to me after they're done with their travels.
Okay. Lady T, can like different types of weather change how you take care of hair?
Possibly. Yeah, I believe so. It just depends on where you are in the world. Sometimes the weather's more drier, sometimes the weather is a little bit more moist. I know sometimes over in Europe it can be kind of damp. So sometimes it's a lot of moisture, and then you go other places where it's just not so, moist. But just recommending great products, and usually they do good with, getting good products to help them maintain the integrity of their hair while they're traveling.
What's one beauty product you can't live without?
One beauty product I can't live without. I'm gonna say the K18, conditioning treatment. It's really good for all texture and all hair types. I use it on my textured clients as well as my straight hair clients, so it's really good.
It's really remarkable stuff you have there. I mean, what experiences helped you the most in finding your own identity?
You know what? I think a host of things, right? Just, having experiencing lots of adversity, overcoming those adversities, being able to use the experiences that I've had, and being able to help other people, learning how to transmute that and use it to help other people, whether it's behind the chair, whether I'm mentoring other beauty professionals, whether I'm mentoring, beauty school students, my friends, my family. I've been able to kind of use it in all different areas of my life.
That's impactful. I mean, how do you think someone can start discovering who they really are?
I think gaining a sense of self and clarity and awareness, full self-awareness.
Well, that's amazing because
Yeah,
the more you're aware of your, I have something written actually in the behind me there. It goes, your mind has to be stronger than your feelings.
absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I mean, do you think like traveling and seeing new places can help a person like learn more about themselves?
Absolutely. I think for me, coming into traveling, it helped me in so many different ways. It shifted my perspective. It helped me to learn more about people, cultures, and also just understanding that people go through things just like we do. They're just in different parts of the world. So yeah, traveling definitely shifted my perspective.
Yeah, I mean, if you're facing trying to find your purpose in this world, traveling is always a good start.
Absolutely.
Has there ever been a moment where you felt lost and how did you find your way back to yourself?
You know what? There were lots of moments. Think just having a close relationship with God, number one, and just understanding that whatever storm I was facing or am facing, I know that it ain't gonna rain forever.
Oh, that's remarkable. That's really good
Yeah,
to say something like that. That's true. I
yeah.
mean, what's one thing you do to like relax and stay calm to yourself?
Prayer, of course, meditation. I do get out in nature, so a lot of times I will be out in my yard. I will, just lay my little blanket out, ground my energy. I take my shoes off, just kind of walk around, just to ground myself. But if I get too overwhelming, I know how to just shut everything off and just go within.
That's unbelievable. Does grounding really help you?
It does really help me. When I get out in the sun, I notice that my mood shifts. I do deal with seasonal depression. And so, when it starts to shift from being extremely hot in the summer to going into the colder months, it does definitely shift my mood. So, I'm learning how to navigate that by practicing more meditation, still going outside in nature, of course, but just finding other outlets to kind of help me counteract that so that I won't fall into those slumps where it's like, oh, it's cold, it's dark. So I just try to find different things and get creative with, shifting my energy.
Yeah, that mental clarity you search for.
Yeah, for sure. You need that.
But what advice would you give to someone struggling to find out who they really are?
I would tell someone to find a community that supports what it is that they do, whether that's friends, family, a mental health support group. Also, I don't know what people's beliefs are as far as faith or whatever, but definitely if that is the case, getting a close relationship with their creator or their higher self, practicing gratitude and meditation. Those are the types of things, because before we can start looking for these outside things, we definitely got to start within ourselves.
Yeah, great points right there. The community, I mean, getting out to whoever you worship, getting who out there in that community will
Yeah,
actually help you out. I feel like as humans, we're supposed to have some type of community.
for
Um,
sure.
it's
100%.
Do you have any like tricks for staying positive through tough days?
You know what? There is no tricks. You know what I mean? I don't think that there's a trick or a hack. I
Is
think
it the
it's just
gratitude?
it's the gratitude, but it's also mindset, mindfulness, right? A lot of times people are negative because of their environment or the things that they ingest and consume, right? But it's
Hmm.
all about your mindset. Like, I can't make you think positive about yourself. That has to be something that comes from within, right? No real hack. You just have to want to be a positive or a better person. You know what I mean? Change your environment, change the way you speak, use different words to counteract having a bad day.
I tell people this all the time. I go, no matter what,
Hmm.
every time you smile will always
Yeah.
make you happier.
Yeah, for sure. Like, just getting around people who can pour into you, that's going to give you words of encouragement, right?
Hmm.
A lot of times I'll get on TikTok and I don't necessarily have a direction that I'm going into. I just know that I'll just be scrolling and sometimes I'll just stumble across either a post or I'll go into someone's live and they're actually talking about something that I'm experiencing or I had a thought about, and it gives you perspective. I think ultimately people need to have an open mind and also be able to receive different perspectives.
That's so true. I mean, Lady T, I mean, what are some things that you do to relax and stay calm?
Travel. I love to travel. I love to cook. I love spending time with my nephews and my brothers, my friends. I love to, have moments like this where I'm able to have conversations on a podcast or a panel. But just relaxing, I really love traveling. You can catch me traveling. I'm getting ready to travel 2025. I took a break for a minute and now I'm ready to jump back in.
Do you have any advice for anyone starting off in traveling?
Do your research, save your money, um, and go out and see the world. Go see the world.
It's so true. I mean, the world is so big and so small at the same time.
Yeah. I've been doing some research because I'm looking to possibly move abroad. But I've been meeting so many young people within these last 3 years. I've met a whole bunch of young people that kind of gravitate to me. And so I've been able to just kind of share with them experiences that I've had. And because I didn't have the opportunity or either the resources to be able to do some of the things that they're able to do, I'm like, listen, you don't have any children. You ain't got no mortgage, you ain't got no rent to pay, or you don't have anything that's stopping you. You don't have any barriers that's stopping you. Book you a flight and go. You do not have to be, if you're interested in exploring the world and those types of things, do it.
What's the Lady T? I gotta ask you, what's the hardest part of making like travel content?
You know what? I don't have any. I don't know if there's any hardest part. I think just doing it, pressing record. If that would be the case, I don't really think there's a hard part. I think we would make it hard. I think that you just need to get a tripod, get you a light, get you a microphone, and press record.
How do you stay creative when you're like moving from place to place?
Well, that's the thing. Moving from place to place, it ignites the creativity. It ignites it because you're seeing different things every day, right? You're being inspired, whether it's by, the fashion, the food, the architecture, the museums, or whatever it is that you're around. It inspires me. You know what I'm saying? And I can use different elements of where I am to, ignite that creativity. It helps in so many ways.
Lady T, I gotta ask you, what's the most fun place you ever visited?
So far, I would say Amsterdam and Paris were
Oh,
definitely
remarkable.
the.
Do you have any like new places you want to visit?
Yeah, I actually do. Spain, South Africa, Ghana, Croatia, Thailand, Vietnam. Where else I said I wanted to go? In Japan.
Wow, that's remarkable. All those
Yeah,
spots.
yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm so ready. So, universe, I am ready.
Do you have any tips or tricks for making great travel videos?
You know what? I'm still in that phase of still learning. So I've been doing a lot of research because I'm getting ready to transition my page currently into more of blog style. And so a lot of the stuff that you guys see on there now, I'm getting ready to kind of declutter that and just do like a makeover, a little mini makeover.
I have to ask you, when you're traveling like you are, I mean, how do you keep up with all the posting when you're always on the go?
Well, you know what? I just started learning that they have some apps out here that you can schedule all your content. So I'm really tapping into becoming a new content creator. I mean, I've done it behind the chair from that aspect, but now I'm stepping into it full time. So it's a lot of things that I don't know that I'm learning, and I'm doing tons of research on how to just become a better creator in terms of producing content, how to film, what items to get quality content. So, yeah, this is still all new, but I'm willing to learn and I'm excited and I'm ready.
Yeah, it's amazing. Just stay on top of things and just keep on posting and keep on going. If you want, go chase your dreams because your dreams will not chase you.
Yeah, they won't. They definitely won't. I do have a question for you. How did you
Oh,
create Every Day is Friday? I was looking at the name. I was like, oh, I love that.
yeah. About a year, it was 2 years ago, and every day was Friday for me. I got laid off from my job, and I was living every day, sun up to sundown was Friday for me. I was going to the gym twice, and I was just trying to find a job. And I didn't want to, when I got laid off from my job, I said, I really want to not have someone tell me to, hey, you're gonna get laid off. You're not gonna have a job today. So I said, I'm always gonna have a job.
Right. And it's been going good. It's been successful.
Every day is a blessing. Every day is a blessing.
Good. This is
And
so dope. I love this, and I love the whole setup. It was super easy for me to log on, and it
no, I
just
appreciate you
happened.
hopping on the show. I really do. I mean, what's a typical day look like for you in your life when you're not traveling or working?
Well, you know what? Right now, I am just doing tons of like research. So I have like handy dandy notebook that's filled with like ideas and concepts and journaling and things that I got to do and work on. So when I get up in the morning, I am usually do a little prayer meditation, read my Bible, scroll a little bit on social media. I might take a nap, get me some lunch, check emails, of course, to see what's going on, but just really figuring it out. That's what it is. A lot of figuring it out because this is all new. You know what I
So,
mean? So,
yeah, it's what life's all about is learning.
Yeah, so it hasn't been a long time since, I started on this journey, but I guess right now I'm really trying to create a routine because, being behind the chair for the last 18 years, it's just it's a different way of life, right? So now it's like you're on your own, you're doing your own thing. So if you don't do anything, you just don't do anything.
Lady T, I got a question for you.
Yes.
If you could give yourself one piece of advice, what would it be?
Go out here and do it. Do it. Whatever you want to do it. That would be my piece of advice for my younger self, to my teenage self, to the 20-year-old version of me, my 30-year-old version of me. I would say just do it. Here I am, 43, and I'm just beginning to really start my life over. So
It's inspiring.
thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you giving me opportunity to speak on your platform. Hopefully that whoever is listening to your podcast will be inspired. They will be encouraged and uplifted to go out and live your dreams. It doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter, what background you come from, how much money you have, how much money you don't have. Just do it, you know be kind, love people, drink water, and of course mind your business. But those would be my advice to myself and to others.
What's one thing you've learned about yourself throughout your career?
That I am resilient. I am very resilient. Fireproof.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Who inspired you the most in your line of work or life?
You know what? I'm going to say my son inspires me. He's nonverbal autistic, so he has had lots of challenges, and he has been the force to help me to keep going. So when people ask me, like, who's been your inspiration, he's the real hero. You know what I'm saying? He's had a lot of things that he's had to overcome, and in 10 days he will be 26. We had got some really bad news when he was about 2 years old that he wouldn't make it past a certain age. And so I've been able to just see him flourish and see him grow. So he's been my biggest inspiration.
That's motivating.
Yeah.
It really is. What's
Yeah.
something about you that most people wouldn't expect?
Something about me that people being in the house now. I like being in the house now. And I say that because I was very social, and I was like a socialite at a point in my life. Always out and about, always on the scene, always at the events. And now I just want to be with my people. You know what I mean? No matter how bubbly and how lively I am, I just want to be around good people.
Lady T, I gotta ask you this one.
Yeah.
If you could travel anywhere in the world and
Yeah.
it would be paid for and everything, and you could just tomorrow to go anywhere, where would it be?
Bangkok, Thailand. Yeah. If
Why
it
there?
um It's probably about 60-70% cheaper than America. You can find you a nice luxury place for under $700. I will be able to work remote and do all of the things that I truly enjoy. I love Asian culture, period. So I will be able to get to Laos and Vietnam and Bali and all of those different places. But just culturally, I've been doing a lot of research on Thailand. It is the land of smiles. I am a bubbly person, and just the nature, the way that the country has been set up, it's beautiful out there. And that's my dream. If I had the opportunity and it was all paid for, which I hope that it is, I would definitely choose Bangkok, Thailand.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you keep your skin looking so good? I gotta ask.
Me
Yeah.
drinking water and minding my business. No, I just, I got soaps that I use, and I don't necessarily have a skincare regimen. I have, a good cleanser, a moisturizer, I'll use a toner here and there, rose water, but that's it. That's all I do.
Well, with the positive, there's always the negative. I mean, what's one beauty mistake you've made and learned from?
Me, I don't think I have any.
Okay.
I don't think I have. I don't think for me, I don't think I have any.
Do you have something that one of your favorite things you've learned from beauty tips or anything like that?
Don't overdo it. Less is more. I would tell my ladies, less is more. Young or old, less is more.
Well, Lady T, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show today. I really do appreciate.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and to everyone tuning in, thank you for joining us today. And remember, go chase your dreams because your dreams will not chase you.
Absolutely. Thank you
And
so much for having me.
oh, it's my pleasure.
This has been a great interview. I hope again that people are inspired, encouraged, and uplifted. And I hope that they got something that they could take away from this interview.
As always, every day is Friday. We'll
Yes, it
catch you.
is. Take care.